I mean, Jason, let's talk about, just put in isolation the tax proposals then on tax cuts and things. There was some scoring the other day by the Legislative Fiscal Bureau on the Assembly plan, which saying that most of the cuts there would go to the wealthier individuals. Is there more agreement on taxes and the cuts and things thereafter, or is that just as elusive as the transportation funding?
Right. Well, I do think the governor and Senate Republicans have been closer on most of these issues, nearly all of these issues. The governor, it's worth remembering, the governor has a number of significant tax cuts in his budget proposal. The governor, and like most of the tax cuts that he's put forward, they have an element that is across the board. So they certainly would deliver a significant amount of tax savings to people at the upper end of the income level, who typically pay the most in taxes. But there's also an element where lower and middle class families would also see some tax cuts. And under the Assembly plan, there really is a more predominant tax cut being given to upper income earners, and to a certain extent, some of the provisions within the Assembly tax plan, like raising taxes on fuel and eliminating certain tax credits like the married couple tax credit, would actually have an impact where you would have a significant number, a minority, but a significant minority of taxpayers that would actually be paying more in taxes than they did before. And, Walker has signaled that that's unlikely to earn his support.
Yeah, so, Mary, and from your years in past coverage of the budget, I mean, we're still only in early May. Are they reaching a problem point, or they still have plenty of time, don't they, to get their act together and get this resolved?
I think they've still got time. That said, they're going to have to try to work things out pretty quickly, because typically, they don't want to be down to the wire heading towards July 1st and scrambling to get stuff done. So I think, it's a little unusual to see this much debate amongst fellow Republicans, but I don't think that they're going to necessarily miss their budget deadline because of it.